and welcome to a little mini speedy episode here from Kia HQ in Walton-on-Thames. Now we're here today for a couple of reasons. First, to have a look at the new Niro Electric, the sequel to the UK's second best-selling electric car, one of our favourite electric cars at fully charged, and it's over there. It's very nice. But we're also here to have a chat with a man who knows this car inside and out, Sanka Silva, who is the UK Marketing Director for Kia. Sanka, very exciting new car. A big step up from the old e-Niro. In what department do you think this car most represents a leap forward from the old car?
Yeah, I think the outgoing model has been really successful. You know, it's done wonders for our brand. You know, but if you compare the outgoing model versus the all-new Niro EV, I think it's a big step up. You know, it's much more desirable. It's got a modern feel to it. And if you think about the exterior, for example, it reflects our brand identity, our new brand identity with, you know, you've got the signature grille, you've got the striking LED lights, you've got the boomerang lights at the back, and then you've got this C-pillar, which is quite unique. So it's got a striking look about the car. And then we've also thought about customer convenience. So, for example, the charging port, it's at the center of the car, and it gives you easy access for customers to actually charge the car. And then we've got, you know, small changes, but very important things like having a front or a front storage where, you know, if you're charging at the front of the car, you've got the cables right in there just when you open the bonnet. So that's a nice way of kind of, you know, looking at the car from a convenience point of view. And then from an interior point of view, we've had a significant upgrade. You know, it has a premium feel towards it. It's taken a lot of design cues from the EV6, and we're quite proud that it's got sustainability at the heart of it as well. So you've got, you know, vegan leather, recycled fibers. And just like with every other Kia, you know, you've got a lot of cutting-edge technology and safety features. So I think if you put all of those together, the new car is much more desirable.
Desirability, in my eyes, has been the big difference of recent Kias versus Kias of old. They've always been very sensible, very easy to live with, but I just want these new ones a lot more. Has that been a specific focus in the last couple of years, kind of increasing the want factor of the new cars?
Yeah, because I think with our EVs, we wanted to make them more the traditional cars, but we want to offer our customers more equipment, more safety, and more technology with our EVs. So we didn't want to change the way people drive. What we wanted to do was give them more options. So I mean, that's one of the beautiful things about our Kias, because, you know, customers will feel like they're just driving in the same car, but it happens to be an electric car for them. So that's what we've really focused on.
So would you view this car as a sort of baby EV6, or do you see it as having its own legacy?
That's quite interesting, because the outgoing Niro has its own legacy because it's been so successful from a sales point of view and has a very good loyal customer database, and it's built on a different platform. But saying that, though, if you look at the EV6 and the all-new Niro EV, there's a lot of similarities between them from a tech point of view, from a safety point of view, and from the design cues as well. So there is a connection between the two, because what we've done is we've used the EV6 as our halo product, and then we've used that to kind of, you know, we build up other EVs as well.
So let's get into some nitty-gritty of this car. You talked about that front-mounted charge port just being an example of that Kia sensible thinking, making life a bit easier for people. It's better when they're at the front. I wish they were on all electric cars. What are some other examples of features on this car that are just going to make people's lives simple?
I would say, you know, probably the satellite navigation and the 10-inch to the two 10-inch screens we've got with the multi-mode functions. These are haptic screens, so they're very engaging, easy to use. And what we do is we bring all of the information into one place, and we don't take a lot of space. So if you're a customer, you know, if you're a driver, you sit in the car, you get a bit of a cockpit feel to it. So what you're doing is you've got everything easily accessible, and then you can just focus on enjoying your drive. So I think that's another way of, you know, making things easier for the driver and the passenger.
And then as far as design, I think for me, really like the aero wheels, really like the different coloured C-pillar, kind of unusual touch. Is there a favourite feature of yours design-wise?
I think from a design point of view, I think, you know, it's quite striking because you got the unique heartbeat LED lights, so that kind of really makes it really striking. So, and then you've got the boomerang LEDs at the back, which we've derived from the Sportage. You know, again, what we're trying to do is have that DNA across all of our models. So, and then the new signature grille, you know, the modern-looking feel of the car, all adds up into making it really stylish from an exterior point of view.
And then the platform that this car is built on top of is the same platform that will serve the three versions of the Niro, which is sort of mild hybrid, PHEV, and full electric. Is there anything clever about the way that platform's been designed and packaged to ensure maximum cabin space?
Even with the outgoing model, we had all three powertrains with PHEV, HEV, and EV. And even though the EV was the most successful car, we saw quite a fair few of HEVs and PHEVs. So the all-new Niro family as well is very similar. So it's got the three powertrains. And if you focus on the EV, it's got the battery at the bottom. So, drivability improves and because of center of gravity. And then we focus on things like having dedicated alloy wheels, the aerodynamic C-pillar, improving performance and efficiency. So that, we are really dedicated to it being customer-centric. And then if you look at the PHEV and HEV, we've introduced something called the green zone mode. So this is where you automatically go into an electric mode when you go into certain areas. So say, for example, if you're driving past a school or a hospital, you can dedicate that zone as a green zone mode. So what that does is the car will automatically shift into electric mode, and then you reduce your emissions. So you can see that we've got variations, because our aim is to give customers what they want depending on their needs and lifestyle and requirements. So they've got plenty of choice with Kia.
I know that you have personally been in the motor industry a long time and working with EVs for a very long time, and Kia too, all the way back to 2014 with the first Soul EV. For people who may not know, how important and valuable is it having all these years of experience to draw from? What does that give you as a brand versus companies that are just getting started with electric now?
Yeah, we've launched a Soul EV in 2014, so we've been working towards being a leader in electrification for some time. So I think since we launched that car, that has been our focus. But in the last 12 months, I think we've really cemented our place as a leader in electrification, because we've launched the all-electric EV6, the hybrid Sportage, and then we've expanded our electrified models to 10. So that's, that gives us that credibility, the research, the knowledge, and everything else to go with it. And then if you look at this year, for example, in 2022, we won the What Car of the Year, the European Car of the Year, and we also shortlisted for the top 3 on World Car of the Year with the EV6. And then, if you look even closer to home, 18% of all of the sales we've sold this year have been EVs, and 1 in 3 Kia sold are electrified. So I think you can see that EVs have been fundamental to our kind of EV growth, our growth in general, and will be important going forward as well.
It definitely seems to me, looking at the brands that are thriving at the moment, that going big on electric is the key to rapid success and sort of reinventing yourself, as this brand has done. Is there plans to carry on this momentum? Are we seeing lots more electrified models in the coming years?
Yeah, we've launched the Planet strategy, which was announced earlier this year, where, we will be launching around 14 new EVs by the end of 2026. That's 2 new EVs from 2024 every single year. So, we've got big plans going forward, because electrification and being a leader in electrification is our big focus.
Great to see vehicle-to-load as standard on the Niro. That's still quite a rare feature on new electric cars, and I think a lot of people don't realise just how useful it is. Why is that such a useful feature?
Yeah, vehicle to load was something we introduced with the EV6. So that, that was really useful, really popular, so we brought it into the Niro EV as well. The best way to explain vehicle to load is think of your Niro EV like a giant battery pack. So you can just simply use your car now to charge your laptop, your electric bike, or anything else. So it's quite useful for everyday use.
I actually once powered a chainsaw off an EV6. Fun fact. Well, thank you very much, Sanka. It's been a pleasure. If you would like to see the new Niro EV in the metal, along with the EV6 and the new Sportage Hybrid, the lot of them are currently doing a tour of the UK, visiting every Kia dealership as part of their electric experience. Check out the description below to find out where your local Kia dealership is and book your tickets. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and if you have been, thank you for watching.